What are you?
I'm Darlene. I'm Darlene. I'm Darlene. I'm Darlene. I'm Darlene. Je suis Darlene.
Well, I don't know about 76, but it looks like Fallout 4 is still going really strong. In other words, here comes another load of great new mods to keep the fun levels of this game at max. For starters, we are going to do what Bethesda usually doesn't – fix stuff. Flicker Fixer by Glass. Yes, flickering stuff, also known as Z-fighting. It happens sometimes, sure. With this mod it will happen less, because what this mod does is fixing most of the stuff in the game, heavily in Boston and Cambridge areas. You know, the only problem here is to actually find this stuff. When you play the game normally, you run into this kind of stuff literally all the time, but now that I actually need to record it, it seems super rare all of a sudden. It's always like this. Well, I'm pretty sure you get the idea well enough. But okay, next it's time for some real action, some custom voice follower action. I'm Darlene by G Palladium. She will be waiting for you inside the Lexington apartment building, where she has her own custom living place.
I don't want any trouble. I'm just passing through.
You're passing through my home, you know that?
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay. You're welcome. So, who are you?
She seems very nice and incredibly talkative. She actually has over 4,000 lines of dialogue. I mean, wow, really not something you see every day. But as such things always are, there is something a bit unusual about her.
I'm Darlene. I'm Darlene. I'm Darlene.
But as the saying goes, one does not look a gift sex robot in the mouth. What, too early? Anyway, the impressive part here is not just Darlene's voice acting, but also how well and seamless it works together with the edited player dialogue.
What are you?
I'm Darlene.
You're a synth?
I'm Darlene.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
You know what? I got an idea. You look like someone who can handle himself on the road and I need a walk.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I've got a job for you.
Ah, now that sounds more like our field of expertise. She wants to travel, and even offers payment for helping her. She will also give you a teleportation item to be able to call her to your location, very practical. She has all the functions of a vanilla companion too, an affinity system, a romance option, she will like and dislike player actions, engage in conversations with NPCs, and also approach you for a conversation from time to time.
I'm ready.
Okay, first question, just to warm you up. Very simple. Do you like noodles?
Actually, I do.
Good. Now, I will switch to French language. Okay, ready? Listen. Je suis Darlene. Darlene. Je suis Darlene. J'aime le fromage. Je suis Darlene. Peut-être serons-nous amis? Can I speak French? A few simple and short lines in French. Even if you don't understand that language, you should be fine. What do you think?
Well, I am from Europe, so you should know what my opinion on this is. But jokes aside, it's okay when girls do it. Besides, I can understand it's halfway, so I really don't mind. And then on the third question, it finally hit me. Those are actually the settings we are going through here, in a super immersive way too. One of the questions, for example, will be whether she should interact with other NPCs or not. There were also some other very interesting sounding questions. So, what can I say? This is an outstanding follower mod. Let me say it again, 4,000 dialogue lines, because who else had 4,000? Yeah, at the beginning at least. Now he has like over 7,000 actually. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Great follower, great mod. The next custom voice follower is a bit simpler, but will certainly look really familiar. Ciri the Companion by Gaming for Live 3. She will be waiting at the castle.
They call me Ciri. Nice to meet you.
100% lore friendly, of course, since she can teleport between worlds and stuff. This is how she got here, obviously. But yeah, as already mentioned, there is only the basic dialogue made from the original voice lines from Witcher 3.
Your thoughts?
When they treat a woman differently in this world, it hardly ever means better. Quite the opposite.
Also, I have to point out, she looked way different in my game compared to the screenshots, especially the nose looks strange. Maybe it's because of some makeup or facial structure mods. Since I did use all the files listed as requirements, there are a few of them actually, including this weapon, which is the Regent sword by Billy Rowe. So she will obviously do some simple hacko/slasho action, but there is not much else to say really. This is a companion best suited to lend you a hand for short-time adventures, and before you know it, she will move on and teleport to the next world. Wow, I just noticed my castle looks like absolute shit. I think we have some building to do. Let's fortify it with guard towers by J. Pittner. This mod makes building sexy guard towers very easy, quick and efficient. Several guard towers here of different size and shape. And height, of course. That's actually the most important aspect. There are also some open towers, which you can connect with those snappable parts to create some really awesome looking bridges. Although structures do not increase the defense value of your settlement on their own, but you can build those assignable guard mats. That way you can get lots of extra defense and also place guard posts wherever you want. Very cool idea. Next we are going to do something for our water supply, wells by HOWA. Yes, water is of course a very important resource. Wait, is that? Seriously, fuck my brain. So, as I was saying, our precious H2O can't live without that. But using water pumps? Who needs this newfangled knick-knack? We are going to do it old school and use wells. Yes, they might not be as efficient as water pumps, but they don't require power, are easy to build, and are very environment friendly. Yes, environment friendliness in an atom punk game. Makes sense, bro. This is all well, of course, but what about the weapon mods? I'll tell you what, the weapon mods are sick this time. LegacySlayer and Toadies NIArms HK416 by LegacySlayer and TODD. This mod is really insane, starting with insanely detailed models, custom sounds and reload animations. I mean, is kinda normal so far, but the customization is really insane. So many visually different attachments, barrels, receivers, mags, handguards, muzzles, grips, mangle release mechanics, front, rear and integrated sights, left, top, right and lower rail mods like laser beams and whatnot. You can literally equip so much stuff onto the gun that it will start looking like on one of those tactical memes. And then the paints, oh my god, there is like a million camo options, and you can put them on every part separately, and create a Deathbringer gun for clowns, like something it would use. I don't know what I'm talking about, but there's more. There is even a special HK416 workbench, where you can strip mod from those guns, or convert old rusty ones, which you can come across on your travels, into parts to build better mods. Or you can also use them to upgrade those sick combat knives. But I think they are actually not implemented yet, because they don't have a proper world model, so don't drop them. They are also not mentioned anywhere in the description, but they are also insane. I mean, what the hell is this? Triple axis knife? Get it? Because there are 3. Yeah, never mind. Let's call it Cerberus. But now, from super realistic and tactical, we go to a totally different kind of crazy. Element Manipulator cannon by Quadriators. This gun looks bulky and futuristic, maybe even a little cartoony, but it does fit to the stuff the Institute would use. Its function and usefulness, however, can be very different, depending on which modifications you use. So the customization includes not only all kinds of shapes and colorful skins, but also a series of elements which can change its function completely. But first let me show you something funny I discovered. For some reason, when you drop the basic ice elements gun, its ammo part drops separately. But it's still one model, so if you pick up the item, it will pick up the whole gun. Interesting bug. But anyway, the elements. There's a lot of them to choose from. We have some basic stuff like fire, ice, lightning, but also some crazy sounding ones. Like, what the heck is the void element? It deals large area damage, it says, kinda like a miniature black hole shooter then. Or the love and hate element. It heals the allies but damages the enemies. Yeah, not bad. It sounds like stuff you would find in MMOs actually. The description says something about imitating magic spells. But I mean, magic? It's not like we are in that other Bethesda game which... Okay, I don't even know anymore. But that's definitely a cool concept for a gun. And next we have two a bit simpler weapons. South Korean DAEWOO rifle by Monkey Depot. Well, by simpler I mean this mod actually also has lots of custom assets in it, like the animations for example. The customization is also not too shabby, including visual changes for every part, but it's more like what we get with the vanilla weapons. And as a matter of fact, it is possible to apply different skins to different parts of the gun here too, only that those skins are way simpler, and the textures not as high as on the other guns. So, still a good mod, but after seeing that other gun, it's kinda like going back from the PS4 to the PS3. Still looks good, but definitely a very feelable difference. And the second of the simpler weapons is the Japanese HOWA rifle, also by Monkey Depot. This is actually almost the same gun, only a few things are different. The customization is exactly the same, literally the same attachments. Same goes with the textures and skins. Some more PS3 action to be had here, and that's it, nothing else to add really. So instead here is a dramatic horn. Now place your bets, ladies and gentlemen, whether we have actual armors in the armor section, but I can tell you, chances are slim. Baggy TankTop by Bloodfree. See, it's always like this. This is what I have to work with. So here we have another one of those one-piece tops with a super duper high poly body. Available in 3 variations, with totally funny one-liners on them. The next one is Female Outfit Pack by Femshepping. Okay, in this one we have several complete armors. A total of 14 mashups, which are not skimpy at all. Wow, am I reading this correctly? It says here those outfits aren't slutty and unrealistic at all, and actually look like something real human beings would wear. Incredible. I mean, they are for females only, and it's of course still not armor, but yeah, no need to be too picky. Remember the gift robots. And the last mod in the armor, I mean in this section, is Commonwealth Vans by Duke Washington or something like this. But what do you mean Vans? Oh, they mean the brand Vans. Yeah, it's actually so authentic, it even says Vans on the inside. Not like you're gonna see it, I just accidentally discovered it, so it's definitely a weird flex, but okay. And there is a shitload of color variations and styles, like really a lot. I'm only showing you around 30% here. And now, we are going to play some Fallout 76. No, wait, don't run away. We are not going to give TODD our money in vain. We shall do it right here, with DLC 76, Charleston, West Virginia, by Kilroy ICS. What exactly is this? It's a huge new lands mod with the aim to give us the chance to explore West Virginia. Of course, it's meant to be West Virginia 200 years after the events of Fallout 76. This mod is quite an ambitious project and right now not finished by far. It's something like an early beta, or maybe even an alpha. So, in other words, pretty much on the same level as the actual Fallout 76. There are no LODs, and the world map, while it is there, the background picture is still that of the Commonwealth. And yes, some locations can be really barren, while other locations can actually look really good. There are also enough enemies to make exploration not too boring. But I know what you all are thinking right now. When will we finally see the vaults, the place where everything began? Alright, as I teleported to the map marker, I was actually right inside the vault. It's like with Vault 88 actually. And yes, it still says here Vault 114. Well, as I said, the mod is just an early access. It's actually supposed to be a base for many other modders to add parts to make it grow. So let's hope it will also happen that way. And this is it for this episode. The links to all mods are as always in the description below. Don't forget to endorse the mods you like, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more best new Fallout 4 mods. I thank you all for watching, and may those country roads take you home. See you around.